What is up, guys? James here from the Light of Riga YouTube channel, and in this video we're going to be doing a reading for all my Capricorn Sun Sign friends. If you were born between the dates of December 22nd and January 19th, happy birthday Capricorns, then this is the reading for you. This is the reason for worry and stress spread. You know, we all have worry and stress in our lives, and most of us have had so much worry and stress throughout the entirety of our lives that we think that that's just part of being human. But it's not. A human in its truest form has no worry, no stress, and what I want to do today is try to pinpoint where your stress is originating from, where your worry is originating from, and hopefully we can move forward with healing knowing that. So that's what we're going to do today. I'm going to be using the MacLeod Tarot. This is a post-apocalyptic themed deck. I've done a deck review of this if you want to learn more about it on my channel. I'm also going to be using the Mortem Oraculum Oracle deck, and we're going to use this deck to figure out what shadow aspects are at play here behind your worry and stress. And I've got the crystal reading cards, and this is going to tell us what healing energies we can focus on to get rid of some worry and stress in your life. So if you would, please give me a moment to center myself and ask the tarot cards the question: what are the reasons for worry and stress in the lives of Capricorn Sun Signs? Alright, that ought to do it. Cut the deck. We're going to do 3 cards for this one. Excelente. Alright, and then we're going to ask Mortem Oraculum. We're going to ask it, what is the shadow aspect at play here? What is the shadow aspect behind worry and stress in the lives of Capricorns? What shadow aspect for Capricorns surrounding worry and stress? And lastly, but not leastly, we're going to ask the crystal reading cards, what healing energies can Capricorns focus on to move past worry and stress? Excellent. Alright, what we're going to do is start off with the tarot cards, and then we'll move to the oracle cards. And the first card we're going to look at is this middle one, and it represents the heart of the matter, the reasons behind worry and stress in the lives of Capricorns. And we have the Four of Wands. Ooh, interesting. I'm going to pull a clarifier just to make sure. I have an idea of what this means, but I do want to make sure. I'm going to use the Psychic Tarot of the Heart to figure out what this is telling us. Alright, so what I'm getting here is family dramas, and this is a general reading for a large group of people, so you're gonna have to take what works for you and figure out what these cards mean for you. But the feeling I'm getting for a lot of Capricorns is stress is being derived from the home life, someone who you live with, not necessarily family, but someone who you live with, and they're a cause for stress. And like I said, this is a general reading, so you know, each person's going to have a different problem, or you know, or a source of stress from the family. And I'm getting the feeling that perhaps this is because some members of your family aren't quite like you. Okay, unless you've got other Capricorns in your family, you're not likely to fit in, because Capricorns are kind of a very unique energy, I feel like. And so I'm getting the feeling of butting heads with family members. I'm getting the feeling of not wanting to butt heads, so that's a cause for stress. You're trying to avoid it. You're trying to keep a happy home, and that can cause stress a lot. You know, you can't really be yourself at home for fear of causing drama, causing worry or stress. So I think that's a cause for stress a little bit. And I don't know, what does this card mean for you? I'm getting some weird energy. So let's move on to the next card, see what it has to say, and we'll see We'll see what it means. So this card here represents what you need to let go of to help you reduce worry and stress. And we've got the Eight of Swords. Okay, I think this is about being yourself. I think you need to let go of this idea where we have all these kind of rules and regulations that we have to adhere to. We have to respect our parents, you know, we have to make our significant other feel happy. We have to, you know, stay in contact with our siblings, you know, that sort of thing. We have these kind of rules and regulations as far as life goes and the way we interact with our family dynamics or whoever we live with or we're close to. This could be friends or roommates, whatever it is, whoever you live with or whoever you spend the majority of your time with. We have all these kind of, you know, roles that we have to play and rules that we have to follow by. And I think a lot of that is restricting you from being who you truly are. And I think what you need to let go of is some of these rules and regulations and just be yourself as much as you possibly can. In any situation, just be who you are, say what you want to say, do what you want to do. Don't be so held back by your own ideas of where you fit in or where you're supposed to fit in or you know, what kind of dynamic you have with this person. Just be you. And I think if you can let go of some of these self-sabotaging impositions that come from the ego mind, these are things that you tell yourself. Right? I must always respect my parents. And that's, you know, while that's a good rule to live by, it could be holding you back from maybe saying something that's on your mind or expressing your truest, whatever. And that's just an example. I mean, it could be anything, right? You know, don't criticize my husband for that because he will get very upset. Well, maybe he needs to be criticized. Okay, that's just an example. What I'm trying to say is that there's a lot of restrictions that you may be feeling, and I think it's important that you release some of these restrictions. These are self-imposed restrictions, by the way. If you release them, then I think you're going to feel more free and more able to be yourself. All right, this card here represents actions that you can take to improve your situation. Oh, we've got the Moon. Okay, to me, this is about going inward. This is about journeying inside to the shadow aspects. And we'll get more into that in a moment, but there's some shadow aspects within you that is keeping you from being your true self. And I think what you need to do, the actions you need to take, is really go inward and analyze the shadow. The best way I know how to do this is through meditation, is through shadow work. And that's where you kind of embrace your shadow and you learn from it. You step into it and you see what the shadow has to tell you about yourself. And rather than getting depressed or sad or angry about it, you say, okay, now I know what part of me is kind of deficient, and now I know how to fix it. So you're going to have to do that in order to release worry and stress. You're going to have to go inward. The answers are not outside of you. The answers are 100% inward. And it's through the self-discovery, it's through analyzing yourself and learning about yourself that you're going to be able to become more of your true self. And when you're your true self, I think a lot of these things that are inhibiting you from being your true self are going to start to fade away, and you're going to start to live a happier, more aligned life with your higher self, basically. I didn't say that in the best way possible, but I think you got the message. So looking at this as a whole, definitely the people you're close to are causing you. No, it's not their fault. You're doing this, okay? You've put these restrictions, you've put these impositions, you've put these kind of rules in place, and so it's not your family's fault or whoever you're close to. It's more your fault. And in order to do that, you're gonna have to lift some of these restrictions. And in order to do that, you're gonna have to go inward. You have to. You just have to. There's no escaping you. Okay, so the sooner you can do some shadow work, the better, the less stress you're going to have. So let's check out the Mortem Oraculum talking about shadow work. We asked it what kind of shadow issues are at play here, and we've got the Spider with manifestation. Oh my goodness. In case you're wondering, that is human blood. That's what you were wondering, right? Yeah. So you know, manifestation, it's about creation, and it's about making the life that you want. And I think that what I'm getting from this is that you haven't entirely created the life that you want. You've created some things that are not good for you, that are displeasing to you. You have to realize that you've created your life entirely created your life by what you resonate with. And you may have resonated with some things that weren't desirable. And I think the shadow aspect here is that you're kind of creating some things that you didn't need to create, you don't want to create. So again, shadow work is going to help you get through this. Shadow work is going to help you to make sure that you're manifesting from a place of love rather than a place of fear or anxiety or something like that. So I think you're manifesting from a place of fear here. And not in all respects. And again, this isn't applying to everybody, but I think a lot of you are creating some things in your life that you don't want. So shadow work, shadow work, shadow work. You gotta look at yourself. All right, let's check out this card, the last card here, which is going to tell us what kind of healing energies that you can... Oh my goodness, healing energies. We got clear quartz with purification. Clear quartz is the do-it-all stone, and it's the stone of raising your vibration. It's a stone of protecting from negativity. It's a stone of just getting you to your baseline, and rather than the baseline of sadness and fear, like a baseline that's high up there, right? Purification, getting rid of what no longer serves you. That's what needs to happen here. I think you've created a lot of things in your life that do not serve you, and you need to get rid of those. I know that's kind of general, as not exactly explaining things, but I'm hoping that this means something for you, that this is not an individual reading. Okay, so clear quartz is about purification. It's about amplification of positive energy. It's about programming and manifesting, right? You can program a clear quartz to do pretty much anything you want, to help you to create. And so I think that's going to help you a lot. It's going to help you dive into the shadow. It's going to help you to clear out that negative energy, and it's going to help you to manifest from a place of love. So if you have any clear quartz, or you feel inclined to work with clear quartz, bust it out and meditate with it and do some shadow work with it, and I guarantee some of that stress and worry is going to lift and vanish. So that is the reading for my Capricorn friends. Remember, this is a general reading. Not everything applies to everybody. But if you want a specific reading where I tap into your specific energies, then head on over to my Etsy shop. Link in the description below. A bunch of different readings that you can check out. If you want me to do this specific reading for you, this would fall under the 3-card reading category. It's the cheapest reading I offer, so very affordable. If you wanted to do that, cool. Please leave a like if you enjoyed this video. It lets me know that you did enjoy it and got something out of it. If you have any questions, comments, or concerns, put those in the comment section below. I love to hear what you guys have to say about these readings. I really do. And if you really enjoyed this video, please consider hitting that subscribe button to stay up to date on all the videos I release. You won't regret it. That is a promise. All right, Capricorn friends, you got some work to do. Okay, don't blame others. This is all you're doing. But if you did it, you can undo it and redo it and make it better the second time. So I wish you luck in your endeavors, Capricorn friends. Leave a like if you enjoy this. Happy taroting. Peace.